Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is all about hip rotation. And I want to really talk to you today about the main reasons why you may be struggling to rotate your hips through impact. Now, rotating your hips through impact is important because it helps us control our hands and club face better through impact. And if we're doing that, you will become a more consistent golfer. Generally speaking, the better golfers in the world will do this really well and probably pretty naturally as well. I'm not saying they haven't worked in it, some of them may well have, but it's certainly a more natural skill for those kind of golfers. So today really we're going to focus on why you might struggle, whether it's conceptually, physical, or the idea of your technique that's causing you to struggle moving your hips through impact in the golf swing. If you are a new-time viewer or a first-time viewer, please consider subscribing. Join me on my journey. Let's improve your knowledge in the golf swing and lower your scores, and obviously help me at the same time. So thanks. If you can do that, I'd be much appreciated. Let's get stuck into the content. So today we're talking about the hip rotation. Primarily we're talking about it really through impact, through this area here, how this hip or this pelvis should move through impact. Now, the best players in the world will have a hip position that's 40 to 50 degrees open at contact. And I would say most of the amateur golfers I would teach that are 10 digit and above handicap would probably be 10 degrees or less. There are exceptions to every rule, but that would be a real kind of average look at what the golf industry and players do in the world. So we need to get these players opening up their body more through impact to get more control of the club face through the hitting zone, so we are more consistent rather than hitting a good shot, then a big hooky shot, a high shot, failing to get that pressure, and really poor control on that club face generally through impact. Now, the reasons that might cause this to happen, and I'm going to talk to you about the technical stuff first. So the first reason for me would be, in our downswing, if our downswing became very above plane, from there, in order to make contact with the golf ball, you're going to shut your hips down and body down to get that golf club onto the ball. So you're going to reduce the rotation to make sure you can get contact and try and shallow that plane very late on in the golf swing. So your swing plane essentially will cause you to not want to turn your body. So that would be kind of technical reason number one. Technical reason number two for me would be club face related. If the club face is very open in the downswing, you're going to stay quite static and flap your hands at the golf ball to try and square that face up. And you're going to do that quite instinctively and quite naturally by kind of finding a way to make yourself successful. And we see that a lot in the lesson 2 with golfers that come to us. So we see a lot of people with very open club face on the way down and in a very handsy position through the golf ball, and the body very slow and again not very open. The third reason for me would be more conceptual. So a lot of golfers that we would teach would have the feeling they have to keep their head down, and they kind of compress the body through impact. And if we're trying to stay down or trying to stay still, it's very difficult to rotate unless you've got extremely good flexibility. So if I'm staying down, staying static, I'm not going to want to open up and extend and get my body moving. In order to get my hips moving, I need to move my trunk, I need to move my legs, I need to move my feet, I need to move my neck. All these things need to be mobile and rotating towards target. Now, if I'm trying to stay down or try to stay still through impact, that's not going to help us. So conceptually, quite a lot of golfers will do that. I've talked about that in other videos of mine as well, so you can check those out. Now, the last kind of reason I want to talk to you about is more physical. Now, some people will just certainly won't have the range in their hips to be able to open up as much as you want. Now, trust me, if I said to you, my hips are quite tight and I can still open up probably about 30 odd degrees at impact. So I'm not getting to quite the 50 degrees because I am a little bit tight in my hips, and also my swing plane is a little bit steep also. So I have two reasons why my hips won't be opening. I've got a bit of technique and I have a bit of physical stuff. And I'm sure most of you that don't live in the gym or live in a yoga studio will be a little bit tight for sure. So having more flexibility in the way your hips move externally and internally, and your hip flexors, will help you be able to control your pelvis through the ball. So doing some simple stretching on internal, external hip rotation and your hip flexors, and potentially a little bit of hamstring stuff too, is going to help you want to be able to move through the golf ball a lot easier. Now, this is not me saying to you, you need to go out and start to go to the gym 5 days a week, but maybe a few stretches, watching TV a couple times a week, or even a bit of yoga will do you no harm whatsoever. Now, you don't obviously have to do that. Let's tackle the technical things first. So what I'd like to see you do from a technique point of view is feel that we get the club face traveling from a shallower plane on the way down and feeling that the club face is more pointing toe down. That's going to make me want to open up through the golf ball. So one of the nice drills you can do is actually get the golf club dropped down into position from the inside and a bit shut, and then try and hit the ball with rotation. So that for me would be a good drill for you to start getting the technique on point to allow you to rotate through the golf ball. Let's go ahead and try one of those shots. So you take your setup as normal, work it down into the position, and then hit through. So we'll just have another go at that. It's quite a difficult skill when you're breaking things down, so don't worry if the contact is not great. Swing it back as normal, bring it down, shut the face, and hit. So a bit of a skinny strike there, but again, making contact is the important thing. So just practicing the movements is going to help you move better through the golf ball, and that's all really I'm asking you to do. Let me know how you get on with this drill, how difficult you find it. Just post those comments down below. So there lies the kind of summary of the kind of lesson really. I want you to try and move technically well and conceptually well, and also physically be able to move your hips well through the golf ball. And for me, moving your body through the golf ball is kind of paramount to being more consistent in golf. Feel free, guys, if you want to send me a video of your swing and I'll have a quick look at it, email it to adavisgolf@btinternet.com and I'll take a look at your swing and send you some video clips back to help you with your golf at any time. Also, please chat below. Any questions, any comments or requests on videos, I welcome them. Also, if you have enjoyed the video, please like and share the video. That really helps me and I really appreciate that. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, hit my logo down this bottom corner, join me in my journey, and let's lower your scores and improve your golf. Thank you for watching, and see you again here soon.